Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Louisville Cardinals offense will have the opening possession of the game. The Wildcats pulled out a thriller the last time these two met.
And they were so happy after that win because they dug down deep and made the plays late in the game that they needed to make in order to win.
Yeah, and the Governor's Cup, it seems like it's always a fun game. There's always some kind of twists and turns to it, but Kentucky definitely...
Going for a big play right off the bat. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Adams. Release to the back. Found the spot in the defense. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line. The Cardinals in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch?
And the Cardinals have their offense in high gear. Now they'll run it on the toss. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
That's caught. It's Hughes. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, give on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
And the Cardinals come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
The Cardinals once backed up in the shadow of their own goal, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Zimmerman. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Kentucky's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting got these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Buys a little time. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll run it. Powers through the defender. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Here's a return from midfield. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Dropping back, it's Adams. He's got him. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. Makes the grab, defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback may change this route. They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Power football with the run. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to...
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So they covered 42 yards on the drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Rushes on him. Pulls it in. It's Gilmore. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Tight end now in motion. Scanning the field, it's Adams. Grab near the marker, it's Hughes. Turning on the jet, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Louisville!
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated because right now they have no answers for this offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Zimmerman. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's Zimmerman. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down. Trying play action. Unleashes one. Got his man downfield. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Ready up.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Zimmerman. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They booted away on 4th down. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Breaks free in the middle. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all over the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Kentucky, 0.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The hand to the running back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense. But right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on third down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And he missed it. No good. The idea was to draw just a tad closer. Instead, the mountain is still enormous.
Kentucky, 0.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Rolls his way ahead. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to pass. It's Adams. With the catch, it's Allen. These two first met in 1912, and both have a rich history of stars. John Unitas, Lamar, and wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call.
Ready?
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Slide 22. Slide 22.
Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
To the ground with the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Gonna let it fly. Hauls it in down the sideline. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Makes the grab on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pressure coming. Got it in the middle. It's smart. He gets it into the red zone, but not quite to the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 18, and it's 4th down. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Trying to get rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Just keep slinging it. Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. New Mexico has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside University Stadium. They're up by 11 over Wyoming. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it.
Breaks into the open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Zimmerman. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Quickly out to the tight end. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
And the Louisville offense will take over. First and 10.
The offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Adams. Got his man. Still on his feet at the 45. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Makes the catch. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. It's complete. Oh, he's got some space. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Finds his big tight end. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Wildcats and Cards. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this fight between Louisville and Kentucky plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Cardinals will boot it away to start the second half. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Motion from the wideout. They'll open the second half with a run. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Tackle is made at the 20-yard
Didn't
line.
get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Sets up the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard.
On the double.
To the air, it's Adams. Zings it complete to the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Snagged in the middle, it's Mitchell. Turning it on! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Gets it out fast.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
They're going to run it. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum.
Ready.
Now on 2nd down.
Let's go.
Looking to fire. Caught. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover.
Ready.
2nd down coming up.
Timber. Set.
Wants to throw again. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
In blue. In blue.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
Ready up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Easy.
Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Washington. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Got enough for the first. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And 3rd down, they keep it on the ground with their playmaker. They give him the football. They got so much confidence in this guy and their offensive line, and they get the first down.
Listen, just to be on the field on 3rd down as a running back means you've got to be versatile, right? You got to be able to catch the ball. You got to be...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Leaves it with the running back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Had to settle for the field goal. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, a quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here's the handoff. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on first down, TFL, second down, TFL. Now you set up third and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Louisville! The Ville taking command as the Cardinals stretch the lead.
Yeah, the Cardinals doing everything right. They're doing everything they need to do. They are looking down their noses at Kentucky right now, saying, we run this state.
And it looks like Louisville just has the most composure between the two teams in this game, right? They're not making as many mental errors, and that's starting to show up on the scoreboard.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Zimmerman. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Back to pass on second down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his.
Lofts one deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Zimmerman. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Hauls it in. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Adams. Unloads to the wideout. The short hands, it's Hughes. Knocked down. Yard line, picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. There he goes. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw for it. He makes the grab. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
To throw, it's Adams. Touchdown, Cardinals. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. Catch in the middle. It's Bauer. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wide receiver going in motion. Here comes the speed on the jet sweep. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
When you've got a receiver with his speed, you have got to find ways to get him touches, and I love the creativity offensively, giving him a jet sweep. Just give it to him, let him get outside, use that athleticism to go get some positive yards, and all of a sudden now, that play is going to make the defense start thinking the next time they see him in motion.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Boley. Bringing the heat. Escapes the sack. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play.
No gain on the play.
Well, just nowhere to go there, and it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He's running free down the middle. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cardinals! That might be the proverbial fourth-quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They want to run this quarterback. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. There was a time when if you had a guy who runs like he does, that you move him to a different position. Not anymore, man. These quarterbacks can run and throw.
Yeah, back in my time, I was throwing to guys like that. I certainly wasn't moving like it, but boy, oh boy, you hold your breath every time he takes off because that guy might be the fastest player on the field.
They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Back to throw, it's Bowling. Pocket breaking down. He'll throw it. Finds a tight end.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No game.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. He'll try to tack on one more. Smashes it through for the PAT. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. New Mexico is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over Wyoming. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
To the air, it's Adams. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's...
And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. Maybe it was just in the cards as Louisville takes home this rivalry game, and they will bring the Governor's Cup home to the Ville. That will put the wrap